Hello everyone and welcome to War the Game. Now if you are asking what is this, this is a war game um, which is it's actually an indie game. It's created by a guy called Obbe Vermeij. I hope I said that right. And it's a very cheap game. It's just $5 in the Sura. If you are interested in this game, you are going to find all the information about it down right in the comment section below. So just take a look at that, and so if you want to get it, you will find how. Now this is a just released game, and I was contacted by the creator, by Obbe, asking me to try it out, and if I liked it, well, to give it a go in a video. And I have to admit that I am liking it a lot. Now, you all know, guys, that I enjoy ultra complicated war games like Wargame Red Dragon or Wargame Airland Battle, with units with dozens of different statistics which make them unique, and they are kind of rock, paper, scissors, and yeah, that kind of mechanic. However, this game is not like that. It's not a game where each unit has 1,000 different statistics and you have to use the proper unit against that unit and stay at a range and whatever. No, this is the definition of simplified combat. And this is, I think, a good proof that sometimes simple is good enough. Because no matter how I enjoy complicated games, now and then something that it has very simple basis and is extremely easy to learn tends itself for extreme complication and very complicated tactics, and you're going to see it. Well, more or less, because I'm going to make a couple of battles, short battles, so you can see how it works more or less. But you will see the potential, and if you like it, I will probably play this game more battles, and you will be able to see me doing so. If you like it, of course. If you don't, well, this will be the only video. But yeah, again, it's super simple. It's extremely. I mean, when you walk in the first tutorial mission, which is this, so it begins, you are left wondering what the hell this is. Honestly, I was like, is this a game or what? But as you are moving forward in try different operations and different things, you see how amazing this game is, and how so simple mechanics allow for very interesting setups. I'm not going to bother you with details. I'm just going to tell you that there's a campaign mode, and then there's a general war game. Let's call it that way. The three first missions are mostly a tutorial, and then the missions branch all around the globe. And when you have completed all the missions, you can go and access something called war or war domination, which we are going to take a sneak peek later on. That's in the normal game. I have a review build. I can play virtually any operation I want, but I have been playing them in order, more or less, and honestly I love them. So well, yeah, just let's move into one and let's see what's this about.
Commander. All decisions at war have been integrated in this new convenient computerized control system. I am its voice. Let's get to work. Oh, one last thing. This is only a prototype. I hope it's not too boo.
How's that for a disclaimer? The game is just released, of course. Some bugs maybe here and there, but I have found it really stable so far.
USA forces in the area to destroy the Iraqi units.
Well, that kind of sounds familiar, isn't it? Okay, now the basis is you have different kind of units. There are several. Well, there are air-based units, which are fighters and bombers. There are land-based units, which are infantry and tanks. There are ships, transports, combat ships, and carriers. And you have even tactical nukes in some scenarios. Now, the base thing is that every unit has exactly the same combat power. So this infantry unit has exactly the same combat power as this tank. So it's all about who puts more troops in battle, because they will end up winning. However, there's a lot of variance in there, because well, you will see that some units act different than others. But the combat power of them all is exactly the same. So a 1v1 combat is going to leave both units destroyed at the end. A 2v1 is going to give you a huge advantage and you are going to end destroying the enemy before he can do a lot of damage to you. A 3v1 is going to be a landslide. Now, planes are exactly the same. If you add a plane, it's +1. So there's little complication there. The difference is, of course, infantry moves slowly, tanks move faster. Ships move on water, planes need air bases or carriers to move on, but essentially the thing is that you need to put numeric superiority over the enemy to win. Now, controlling your units is doable just by the mouse. You don't need anything else but the mouse. You can use the space button to, well, fast forward a little bit. And you're going to see me, well, I'm moving my troops, and soon I'm going to find a 5 versus 1 unit of enemy infantry. And in this little circle here, you will see that my US Pac-Man is eating the the Iraqis. It sounds kind of familiar. That's because I have the superiority. This is kind of a graphical representation of who is winning a battle. And as you can see, I'm eating out and destroying the Iraqis. And essentially, this is it. Yeah, this is all there is. There are cities, and in cities, infantry have double the combat power. Defending units. So you need 2 infantry units to equalize 1 infantry unit in a city. And armor units can't take cities. You need infantry to take a city. You can attack it with armor, but you can't take ownership of a structure of a city with armor. And yeah, that's it. As you can see, there's no complication. There's nothing that, yeah, it's like that. Okay, so we won. Yay! How simple it is, isn't it? Well, this is the basis. Now let's take a look at a scenario I have really loved when I played, which is Falklands 2.
Argentina has occupied the Falklands.
Again.
Britain wants you to liberate the Falklands. You are given a budget of 19 billion.
Now, one of the things that you have to understand is that this, let's show it, operation. It's a scenario gives you money, and if you do exceedingly well, you will get a lot of stars, and stars give you bonus money. And the money you accumulate all around the globe is the money you will be able to use in global domination when you play it. So the better you do is you can go for perfect wins if you wish to do so, or you can just blitz through all the operations to try to play global domination, but you will do so with less money. So yeah, well, that's the first thing. Second thing is, well, as you can see, there are very bright yellow spots. Those are cities, and in some scenarios they will give you money, but in this one we have a fixed amount. We have 19 billion. Now we have army barracks, we have air headquarters, we have even the chance to build a nuke, but we are not going to do that. More air, well, then you have air bases, and then you have shipyards. And well, our target here is to go to here, which is very deep in the south, and destroy these units. Well, actually take the island and clear it of enemy forces. Now I'm going to show you, this is a huge spoiler because I found a way to win this. This is pretty tough to win with the, well, it's not tough, you can win easily, but it's really tough to make it well and to earn some battle stars. Now there are 2 fighter units, 3 ships, and 2 fighter units. 2 infantry units, which means that at least we need a couple of infantry and 3 ships. So let's do that. Let's build that. Let's go to London and tell them, hey guys, let's build a couple of infantry. And to the shipyards, hey dudes, I need one carrier and 3 ships. And to the Air Force, we'll ask them to bring this as a fighter. And finally, we will want some transports, because otherwise we won't be able to use our infantry. And we have a spare million. Actually, 1.5 million to be able to build our attacking force, leaving 3 billion in the bank, which is what the operation gave us as a special accomplishment. But I think I'm going to, I'm going to use what I have, and I'm going to leave 4.5 million in the bank instead, because I can't buy anything that's, well, I could buy another infantry unit, but I wouldn't be able to transport it, so yeah. Let's move everything to place. Another ship, cool. Now the thing here is we want to take them the island with the less expenditure of troops possible. Now, if we do this, we will go under our 3 billion budget, which is kind of unfortunate. So I think we have to make do with what we have. 1 fighter, 1 carrier, 3 ships, and 2 transports. Now, to load infantry aboard transports, you only have to click elsewhere in the map where they need transports, and they will load up. We are going to, meanwhile, move these units forward. And now, let's cancel those orders, and we are going to start our merry trip south. And let's station this here, and let's call the troops to go behind. Now, as you can see, there's a circle that represents the range of your planes. With a carrier, of course, it's a mobile air base, so the planes go with you. We have some other circles here, which are based around our land air bases. Sorry. So the little trick here is that they have 2 fighters, as you can see here. But I'm going to play dirty a little bit. I'm going to use my transports to go around them, place some troops here, take their airbase, and when they are without an airbase, the fighters won't be able to fly because they won't have range, and they will be automatically destroyed, and then they will have only 3 ships and 2 infantry in a single stroke. Of course, you have to be careful because transports don't have any combat power whatsoever. Okay, let's fast forward a bit. Okay, now we can see that our carrier is almost in range. Let's keep on moving our ships. Transports, yeah, a little bit behind. That way, if we get intercepted, we won't lose them. Alrighty. Now they won't attack us because the land base is there and they don't have the range to use the planes and the ships out here. So we are going to try to stay as far as possible from let's station the carrier there. As far as possible from the land airbase and sneak the transports covered by our destroyers. We have the range, it's a little bit short. Let's call this here. Let's call the planes, move them here. And let's move our transports and put them directly on their backyard. And let's take that airbase. They will probably react. I'm going to keep on moving the carrier. I don't want to leave it alone. Carriers don't have any defense against enemy ships. They don't have any combat power. Same as transports.
Units told to disembark.
Okay, units told to disembark. Let's put the carrier here. Fighters here. Infantry is moving, and we are going to take the airbase. And once we take the airbase, these two won't be a factor anymore. And we'll only have to deal with the ships and the infantry. And we have as many ships and infantry as they do. Now we have a land base because we have captured it. We can move the carrier out of dots. Let's start moving the ships in, the infantry back to the transports. And let's try to get them coming. Now they are getting together. Let's go. Yeah, as you can see, they know they are toast. They have one set up together. Now I'm going to hit there and use my fighters to win a slight advantage. Meanwhile, I'm going to get my infantry units in the transports and embark them. And we are winning this. Now we have exactly 2 infantry units. They have 2 infantry units, but I have a fighter. Now, excuse me. Air units don't take any damage when they are fighting against land units, as long as they land or ship units, as long as they are other land or ship units friendly in the battle. If you look at the top left, you will see that we are taking damage in the ships, but we are not taking damage in the planes. This is huge. Also, another important thing is that planes can get in and out of fights. So if I call the fighters here, they will go. But they are the only units able to disengage in the middle of a battle. So it's possible to have several tied battles and use your air force to go to one, win a slight advantage, guarantee that you are going to win, and then move your fighters to other battle. I'm going to try to represent that here. Let's see if we are in time. As you can see, we are winning here. We are taking some damage. Well, actually we won. But if that battle was still going on, I will be able to still call my fighters here and win this slight advantage, which is all I need to win the battle. And we are going to clear the Falkland, or the Malvinas, if you want to call it that way. The Malvinas. Yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of strategic thinking in different operations. There's a lot of underhand tricks, and yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, the combat mechanics are you can't go any more simple than this. You simply can't. The basis is just so simple. Every unit has exactly the same combat power. One soldier is one soldier. If you have a unit at 100% is one attack. And if you have it at 50%, is half an attack. There's no more complication than that. But from that point, you can build some really cool scenarios and some really cool operations and battles. And suddenly, strategy means a lot. And we won. The operation complete. Special achievement, but that's achieved before already. So we have done our special achievement. Of course, you can only win achievements once. Once you have done so, it's done. I only have 1 star on this operation. Probably I could have gotten 2, but well, I wanted to show this little trick to win the special of this mission. Because as you can see, really strategic thinking rewards you. The basis is so simple, but the games develop to be really complicated, and you really need to think what you are doing and how you are doing it. So yeah, let's go back and let's take a look at global domination, which is the end game of this game.
You have been cleaning up behind others for long enough. Let's have a little fun and take over the world. Use your personal funds to buy yourself a small country. Every leader is corruptible for a price. Take one country and conquer the world with it. USA.
So yeah, To win the USA? Well, we need 61 billions. That's kind of not enough.
Italy. Spain.
Oh, Spain! What? Hey, cool! I know what I'm going to play. Portugal? Yeah, I could buy this one.
Algeria. Italy.
Of course, each one of them has cities which produce income. Has their own set of troops. Hey, Poland! How about Poland domination?
Russia.
Of course, you can go with Russia.
China.
China, which will be expensive as heck.
South Korea. South Korea.
Ooh, North Korea, we can... 330 millions, this is really cheap.
China. North Korea.
North Korea. But you start with no units and you have to build them from scratch. And how are you going to do this if you don't have any logistics at all? You can't buy anything. Anyway,
Japan. Thailand. Singapore. Vietnam. Thailand.
you can pick whatever NSC you want. Australia, whatever. Well, you want, and if you have the money to sustain it. And the money is the funds. You can see I have 9 billion, which is the basic. You will get more millions and more
Côte d'Ivoire.
money to choose a different nation if you do well in the operations.
Holland.
And that's it.
Norway. Russia.
And of course,
Italy. Algeria.
this is an all versus all, a free for all, essentially. Everyone is going against everyone else.
Greece.
So I'm guessing playing this is going to be
Serbia.
super complicated and super fun, with a very, 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 very simple basis you have seen.
Pakistan.
Oh, Pakistan.
Dubai. Iraq.
Oh, Iraq. The revenge of Saddam or something like that. Well, that's it. So yeah, well, you haven't seen me taking any cities, which is
Colombia.
well, you have seen most of what's important.
USA.
I think that this is an awesome, awesome, awesome game. You can see here the stats of all the nations. Wow, do I have really? Spain has a bigger income than Japan. Did I watch that right? Hold on a second. Diplomacy? No, I can't see it there yet. Just behind Britain, over Japan, over India, Spain. Well, not really, but yeah. Well, I'm flattered. Thank you, Obbe, for making Spain so good. And here you have the stats of all the different nations that you can choose from. The number of cities, the starting cash, the total power, yeah. So, well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in this game, give it a try. Really, it's amazing. I'm having a lot of fun with such a simple and fast to play, and also, as you can see, the operations are not really long. You can play it just for some minutes while you're downloading something else, or just for fun, for a very fast short break of 20 minutes, do a one operation and move on to whatever you were doing. Or you can go super complicated and try to conquer the world with Iceland. Remember, the descriptions of where to get the game are in the comment section below. It's $5. It's super, super, super cheap. So yeah, give it a thumbs up. It's really amazing. I'm liking this game a lot. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and see you later.